Hey everyone, this is Eric Beer. I just wanted to get on here today because I just got back from a conference with Gary Vaynerchuk and Damon John and JT Fox and a bunch of other people. I just wanted to explain, because I got all these ideas going on in my head, on how you go about retaining information that you just learned from a conference, a mastermind, if you're online watching videos, on what you should do to apply it to your business. Now, here's what I want you to know. When you go and you start listening to people's ideas, it's all great, right? Everybody has their own way of describing something, of what they're doing. And you're gonna go about it however you want, but you wanna be a sponge. You wanna take things in, right, as you're going. But what you wanna do is, you ultimately wanna apply everything that you're hearing and learning, and you pick pieces of information from every lesson that you learn, from every speaker that you learn. And what you do is you try to build this all-star strategy that makes sense for you. As an example, I played baseball when I was growing up, and I played at a pretty high level. And I would go to coaches all the time, and these coaches would be completely trying to change the way I held the bat, the way I stood on my back foot, where I swung. Was I coming forward? Was I coming back? I mean, everything that they thought was the right way to go about hitting. What I used to do was, I used to listen to those coaches, and I would listen to their strategies, and anything they said that I agreed with, I would take that piece and I would make it mine. What I used to do is I used to go to all these different coaches, between coaches and different pro scouts, and they all wanted to teach you something, so they felt like they made a difference in your life, and they also feel like they got credit when you start doing well. And I get that, and I even get it more now than ever, that coaches want to help, and it makes you feel good and makes you feel like you're part of it, and you're impacting somebody, and that's powerful, right? And I'm getting that now, and that's why I'm doing this. What I would do is I would take pieces of different strategies of coaches over the years, and I would make it my process. Because if I was going down swinging, those 3 swings were gonna be mine if I was gonna strike out. One guy who said something about how I hold the bat, I would apply that. And another guy with where I'd keep my elbow, I would apply that. How I bent, would I stand up straight or would I bend down? Would I have an open stance, a closed stance? So what I did was I took pieces from all these different pro scouts, all these different coaches, in addition to me watching the pros and seeing what they're doing, to make sure and validate that, okay, if this guy's in the major leagues and he's hitting that way, then he's doing well. This coach is telling me to do it, so it sounds like it makes sense. So I'm going to apply that. The same thing goes for this world. When you're going out into trainings and people are teaching you stuff, what you want to do is you want to take away whatever the value bombs are that apply to you, and then what you want to look at is, how does that apply to your business, so that you can make it yours, so that now you're coming up with this idea where you're going to take information from all these different people in the marketplace who are telling you things. But keep in mind, when you listen to a bunch of different experts all at once, they contradict themselves at times. So don't just take their word for it, okay? Validate what they're saying. Try to find more information. So if someone tells you some information about money doesn't buy you happiness. I was at this conference today, and 4 different experts, some said money buys you happiness. Others say money doesn't buy you happiness. Who do you believe? Well, you believe whatever you believe. You take in whatever you want to believe and you make it yours. If you believe that that's the case, then great. If you don't believe that's the case, then great. But that's ultimately your choice. Me, I don't think money buys you happiness. I think what money does is it creates the opportunity for you to find happiness. It allows you to do things that you may not have been able to do because you need money to live in this world. But it doesn't buy happiness, in my opinion. But you are happier because you're less stressed, that you're not worrying about the financial side of the world. But in any event, the whole idea is you want to take that whole concept and then bring all those ideas together and then apply that to your business, right? So you're not copying them. You're just taking what someone's teaching you, and you're taking pieces of that information and applying that to your business. And when you do that, you should give that person credit, right? It's okay. The whole idea is you want to find stuff that's working. You don't want to come and try to just go and figure out how to do things on your own and then start to lose money and test when someone's out there telling you that it works. If you could figure that out, you fast track your success by 20 fold. So listen to people, listen to these experts, and choose some people that you want to listen to. And then when they tell you something, go validate it. Go look and see, what are they doing? Are they doing what they're preaching? are other experts saying the same thing? Maybe you ask another expert, hey, what do you think of this concept? And listen to the feedback that they give. They may answer it completely different, but listen to the overall core answer of where they're going, right? And if everything lines up and you listen to 3, 4, 5 different people over a certain subject, well, then kind of take all of those pieces, apply it on how you envision it, and then that's your strategy. Ultimately, that's the way you put things to action when you start going with all these different experts, because I'm on information overload, but I'm so fired up. I got so many ideas. Every time I go to one of these conferences or masterminds, I love it. So I just wanted to leave that with you guys, that when you're going, it's really important for you to just take notes and write down like a major takeaway from each of them, and then start to apply it into your business. And then you slowly start to build your way. The more you go to, the more you're going to start to get these value bombs, and the more you're going to build out just the best part of everyone, right? That's the whole idea. You find the best in everyone. And then when you do that, you apply it to the way you envision it, and then you make it yours. So hope that's helpful. All right, guys, good night.